There's a joke or a pun that has to do with the title of this album, but I don't know what it is. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Hope that you're having a great day. Thank you so much as always for being here. Hope that you're doing well. Hope that your families are doing well. Today we're going to listen to some music because you know what? That's what we do here. We're going to be listening to Jurassic Shift. This is off of the album of the same name, which was released in 1993. This is by Ozric, Tentacles. This is the 5th track on the album, clocking in at about 11 minutes. So the band name I've definitely heard of. I don't think I've ever heard anything from them, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect. However, just to look at the actual band themselves, they are an English instrumental rock band whose music incorporates elements from psychedelic rock to progressive rock, space rock, dub music, world music, ambient music, all the types of music. So let's see what they got in their cup of tea. I don't know why that was the thing that I went to. Let's see what's in their cup of tea. I could have said like what's in their arsenal, what's in their bags, what's in their cup of tea. What are they drinking? I'm drinking water. It's in a Moscow Mule mug, but it's water, I promise. Anyways, let's get into it. It's Thursday night for myself after work. This is the come down. Maybe it's a come up for you. We're going to see where the music places us, but I'm sure to put us in a good place. Let's move forward. This is Ozric Tentacles with Jurassic Park. I knew I was going to say it. It's Jurassic Shift. I'm sorry. where did it take you? That's the question. Where did the music take you? I have one word. Headspace. This music is to me just pure headspace. It makes its home in your head and it sits well. It relaxes. This was a great piece of music. This was like math rock with heart, progressive movements, jazz fusion-y. I definitely got the world music influence, especially in the middle section. I love how distinct each section is from each other, but how well they flow between one another. And that's a big thing to me in any sort of progressive music, especially if it's a longer song. You know, usually there are a lot of different moving parts, but if they all come together well, it's a well-oiled machine and it works. Sometimes it can't or it won't. But here, moving from this dreamy, submerged, jazz proggy section in the beginning into the Saharan winds of change in the middle, into the race to calamity at the end for the final peaceful resolve. That's a great piece. To me, that feels like a classic, okay? And can I tell you another thing? 1993. This was recorded in almost dropped my phone. This was recorded in 1993. This has elements of modern day, like I said, math rock. I could hear a little Tool in here. I don't know if Tool have ever listened to this, but I would not be surprised. There's a lot going on. And like I said, a lot of jazz fusion kind of elements. The drumming. Drumming was savory. The drums here are performed by Mervyn Pepler. Mervyn, he was just going, especially in the beginning, where the drums begin with this like very heavy charge, and yet the music around it is dreamy and atmospheric. I love that combination personally. I absolutely love that combination. And then, as I said, moving into that Saharan Eastern section in the middle, great keyboard work, absolutely phenomenal keyboard work. The drumming just kind of like coming in and out, almost like a person lost in a dust storm, some sort of sandstorm. Like you just get little peaks of them here and there. And then the ending, like we really turned the fire off or on in that one. It's like we were preheating the oven. And then at that point in the end, we reached, we reached cooking time. Man, this piece was fully baked. Let me pull it down really quick volume-wise, but let's get back into it a little bit here. I want to pull up. Guitar work, everything was really like, I just skipped a song, hold on. Everything was really just like finely tuned throughout. You could really get a sense of each member's contribution, which I also think is really nice. Now, this is really interesting. So Ed Wynn, who takes care of the guitars, the keyboards, and interestingly enough, the koto, which is a Japanese stringed instrument. I love that. Bringing in different instruments like that to add a certain kind of sound, a certain mood, enhance the mood, even. Joey Hinton, or maybe it's Joy Hinton, sorry if I mispronounced, on keyboards, samples, and atmospheres. Usually samples and atmospheres, as they're described, are extremely underrated. Sometimes the guitarist will handle that, and that does work wonderfully, because you can definitely hear a beautiful atmospheric guitar in here. But when you start to add samples or different kinds of, I'm going to say random, but it's not random, atmospheres into the music, that's where, to me, it gains life, and it also gains a voice of its own. It's distinct in style. The flute came in as well. That's played by John Egan. Like, this song really has a lot of things going for it, and they're all going well. And I didn't even really mention the very smooth, jazzy bass playing that's going on. It looks like you have two bassists in here, actually. Pause. You got Raleigh Wynn and Zia Jelani. Like, just really, really nice bass playing. But see how, like, of course, guitar is providing atmosphere here. But as the song moves and it thrives and it, gains a life of its own, you really start to hear its beating heart. You start to feel that soul and that atmosphere building inside of it. And then you got a little chunky, funky guitar here. I don't know why I said chunky, funky, but it does work. However, I would like to talk a little about this desert of a section here. This sandy stone that we're moving into. Atmosphere is providing those winds, keyboard samples, whatever's being used. And you already have a little bit of a Eastern edge in the tones of the bass there. Oh yeah. That feels so good, doesn't it? Oh, I love that sound. To me, it's very Egyptian. That's at least what it reminds me of. I don't know about you, and I don't exactly know what they're going for, but to me, it reminds me of Egyptian. So it reminds me of this historical richness. There's this depth. There's this history and this art and this culture, and there's just so much to it. It's enriching, and they captured that brilliantly here. And just as smoothly as they came in, they moved themselves out. That's a nice little exit, because we're about to heat up. Like I said, the oven, we're preheating. We're about to go full flame. Nice rolls on the kicks, by the way. See, at this point, you don't know where it's going, but you know it's going somewhere. You get some what I would only assume are voices or vocals, or whatever they're doing here. But the way that this final guitar here comes in, that's a tuneful guitar. That feels good. And then in the end, they kind of wrap it all back together. They kind of bring everything full circle. Like, this is just a very well-crafted piece of music. This is a well-crafted piece of art. Taking you from point A, point B, point C, bringing you back to point A. I would love to know what you guys thought. Did this put you in the right headspace? Or did it take you out of your headspace? Let me know in the comments below. Hope that you enjoyed the music. Hope that you enjoyed your time here. I hope that you come back tomorrow for whatever we got going on. You can follow me on Twitter, like I just mentioned. Join me in the comments below. You can also support the channel on Patreon if you'd like to go that direction. But I hope that you just enjoyed your last few minutes here. Don't make it your last few minutes. Come back. I mean, you don't even have to come back. You can just stay. You can just wait right there. Hey, you can just wait right there if you'd like to. But I'm going to go. So hope that you have a great day. Thank you for being here. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.